I thought it'd be interesting starting off talking about day 7 by looking at examples of two different artists in the group and how they learn. Our first learner is a Eucharis, and she's working on a box move that the group had learned on Monday and she was absent for, so she was just catching up. And one of the, specifically the things she was working on that you can see happening is that she was leaning pretty far over her shoulders, leaning her shoulders pretty far over her hands, and also not quite shooting her hips up enough in the air. So Quincy is there to spot and kind of serve as a reminder to help her get her hips in the air, which she is doing right there successfully. And just the process, it took about 3 or 4 times of working to get that into our body, get that movement. And here we're going from the box to the throne, and it was the first time she did that, and super successful.
And to get out, unwrap one of your feet. Yeah. Another.
Our second artist is Quincy, who was also absent on Monday and is catching up both with the flipping move and with the box move. He did that first try. I also kind of noticed that he was a little antsy. He had been successful with the box, successful with the throne, had just gotten the flip, and he was kind of like, I want more. I mean, tell me something to do. And so I decided to do this instant walkover with him. You got that? So it was like, okay, what else? What next? We had just watched a movie earlier, and people were in the film were doing the flag. So I thought it would be interesting to have him try out the flag. And here I'm just talking him through it. So he's learning as he's going um, with no prior demonstration to visualize before, and he just kind of went for it. He's a really quick learner with the circus acrobalance pretty sure in his body, and so it's a good challenge for me as a as sort of a teaching artist to, you know, both meet the folks who take a while to learn a move and the folks who can pick it up right away and are kind of hungry for more. And here the groups are doing their mini performances that have become a ritual on Wednesdays. They had about 10, 12 minutes to put this together from moves that they've been learning. And the music actually came from a Eucharis had asked for violin dubstep. So both groups are performing to that. One thing I noticed with this group is that even though they're still working out a lot of the choreography kind of while they're going, compared to a couple of weeks ago, I'm noticing a little bit more intention with their movements and noticing how the music maybe affects some of their movements at times. It's really interesting to watch that awareness maybe taking shape a little bit. So prior to doing the mini performances, we had worked on a couple of theatrical techniques, thinking about how we express emotion in our body and how we can sort of embellish that or make it bigger so that it can be read on a stage. And additionally, we watched a video of what's called human video, which is this movement in mostly evangelical churches, mostly of teens, who perform using a lot of circus acrobalance, perform kind of elements of their religion or themes that they want to communicate in their church. And so we had been inspired by that prior to kind of putting together these mini performances. forgot to mention that the groups were also challenged to communicate some type of emotion in their performance. And this group's emotion, I believe, was happy.